to the Open Scoring MMA podcast. No secrets, no bias, just the real fight game. Let's get ready.
Welcome to Open Scoring MMA. This is episode 12 for July 4th, 2026. Your daily look at what's happening now and next across the world of MMA and UFC. Paddy Pimblett is back in the headlines, and he's not pulling any punches when it comes to former two-division champion Ilia Topuria. The baddie, our favorite fighter here at Open Scoring MMA, recently dropped a bombshell calling Topuria a fat featherweight. Now, this is a spicy take, especially considering Topuria's recent run. We're talking about a guy who knocked out Alexander Volkanovski for the featherweight belt. So for Paddy to come out and say that, it really shows the intensity of their rivalry. It's clear there's no love lost between these two, and it just makes you wonder if we're building towards a massive showdown down the line. We're hearing that the MMA community is having a field day with this one, dissecting every word. Everyone's got an opinion on whether Topuria is indeed a fat featherweight or if Paddy's just stirring the pot. It's exactly the kind of drama that keeps us all glued to the sport. And speaking of Paddy, there's also chatter from another UFC lightweight who's predicting that Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint-Denis will be the fight of the night. That's a bold claim, but honestly, with Paddy in the cage, you know it's always going to be an exciting affair. He brings that energy, that aggression, and that willingness to go for broke. If that fight does happen, it's definitely one to circle on your calendar. Now let's talk about another massive name-making waves, Conor McGregor. We're hearing that the Notorious One might be set to end a 5-year hiatus from the octagon, possibly on July 11th at UFC 329. This is huge, folks. 5 years is a long time in this sport, and everyone's buzzing about his potential return. But it's not just his comeback that's got people talking. His rumored kit for the bout has been mocked by fans. We're hearing about $100 bill shorts, and you know how the internet reacts to anything McGregor does. Love him or hate him, he knows how to get people talking, and this is just another example of him being Conor McGregor. It'll be fascinating to see if he can shake off the ring rust and perform at the level we know he's capable of after such a long layoff. Moving on to some heavyweight drama, Josh Hokett isn't holding back. He's trying to set himself up for a heavyweight title shot, and he's doing it by calling for the UFC to cut Tom Aspinall. That's a pretty aggressive stance, and it's clear Hokett is trying to make a statement. Hokett is clearly trying to generate some heat and get himself noticed in a very competitive division. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him. In other news, UFC middleweight champ Sean Strickland is out there promoting his training partners. Sherdog reported that Strickland sincerely promotes his training partners, and he's even expressed a desire to fight PFL ace Johnny Eblen for the title. That's an interesting crossover call-out, and it shows Strickland's confidence in his team and his willingness to take on all comers. It also highlights the growing conversation about potential matchups between the UFC and other promotions. Let's shift gears to Jillian Robertson, who's explaining her marijuana use ahead of her UFC 330 title shot. Sherdog reported that Jillian Robertson isn't completely off of marijuana even during her fight camps. This is a topic that's been gaining more and more attention in combat sports, with many fighters advocating for its use for recovery and pain management. It's a conversation that's evolving, and it's interesting to see how fighters are navigating these personal choices while still competing at the highest level. Rafael Fiziev has an exciting opponent in mind. He believes Magomed Zainikov, who he calls Wildchenko, would make for an exciting matchup in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Fiziev is known for his exciting style, so if he's calling someone out, you know it's going to be a banger. These are the kinds of fights that fans love to see, and it's always good to hear fighters actively seeking out exciting matchups. Georges St. Pierre, the legend himself, has revealed what Islam Makhachev must do to become the UFC GOAT. The former Ultimate Fighting Championship champion has outlined the path that Islam Makhachev could take to cement his status as the greatest of all time. When GSP speaks, you listen. His insights are invaluable, and it gives us a glimpse into the mindset of a true champion and what it takes to reach that elite level. Finally, Anthony Hernandez is reportedly training with middleweight champ Sean Strickland ahead of his headlining bout at UFC Fight Night 285 in Sacramento. This is a great look for Hernandez, getting to train with the champ. It shows the camaraderie in the sport and how fighters often help each other prepare for big fights. It'll be interesting to see how that training translates into his performance. Now for our OSM pick of the day. We're looking at the upcoming bout between Damian Pinas and Cesar Almeida. Our system has been crunching the numbers, and we've got Damian Pinas winning this one. He's coming in with a 64% chance of victory according to our model, which is right in line with the betting line of minus 190. We're seeing Pinas as the favorite here, and the top reason is his superior striking accuracy and his ability to control the pace of the fight. We're confident in this pick, and we're sticking with Pinas to get the job done. That's all the time we have for today on Open Scoring MMA. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for more breaking news and analysis from the world of mixed martial arts. Until then, keep those hands up and your chins down. Before you go, two quick things. Check out our free fight tracker at tracker.openscoringmma.com with every upcoming UFC and PFL card live odds and where to watch all in one place. And follow us on YouTube. Just search Open Scoring MMA for breaking news alerts, fight breakdowns, and videos you won't get here on the feed. That's it for today's Open Scoring MMA. Keep your hands up, and we'll see you next time.